Hey guys, what's up? Plastic Guy here, coming back with another figure review where today we're taking a look at this 2006 Marvel Legends ToyBiz Moon Knight figure. So I've totally bought into the Moon Knight hype. With the latest Disney Plus show, I've just finished episode 3 and it's so much fun. It's such a great show and I absolutely love the Moon Knight character. Oscar Isaac's acting is incredible and I've ended up just buying a load of Moon Knight comics and of course I needed to pick up a Moon Knight figure. Hasbro have just revealed their Moon Knight figure from the show and I've went and pre-ordered it straight away. However, it's not meant to start shipping until at least the start of next year, which sucks to be honest. I really want that figure. He looks awesome. So my only other option was to get a previously released Marvel Legends, and as always when a new show or movie comes out featuring a new character, the older figures just go for absolute crazy prices on eBay, and to be honest, I never really want to pay more than £20 for a Marvel Legends, let alone spending over £100. So yeah, I was a bit stuck. So my other option was to pick up an older ToyBiz Moon Knight figure, and they were also selling for pretty high prices, but thankfully I managed to win this guy on auction for around £10. We're going to take a closer look at him, but before we do guys, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys are thinking of the latest Moon Knight series. As I said, I've just finished episode 3 and I think it's great. Let me know what you think and let me know what your favourite Moon Knight comics are down below as well, because I definitely want to check out more of them. While you're down there guys, if you could do me a massive favour, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And let's not wait any longer, let's take a closer look at Moon Knight. And so here is our Marvel Legends 2006 ToyBiz Moon Knight as he arrived from eBay, and unfortunately he doesn't have any of his accessories. And to be fair, a lot of the ToyBiz Moon Knight figures I've seen up on eBay didn't come with these accessories, and when they did, he was selling for over £40. So to get this guy in fairly great condition without the accessories for a tenner, I'm really chuffed. And I have to say, I've had this guy for a couple days now, and I'm really liking him. A lot of the time when you go for a ToyBiz over a Marvel Legends, you're kind of sacrificing the newer molds and they're always going to stand out, but this guy's kind of held up a fair bit, and let's just take a closer look at him. The cloak, let's look at that first. I mean, it's really nicely sculpted. I really like the look of the hooded bit. We can see from the back here. Really nice detail, and there's different colouring in there. A lot of that might be to do with age, but yeah, I do really like the sculpt for the most part, and the way it kind of drips over his head. It is a bit big, and yeah, it could do with maybe being a wee bit smaller. It does cover a lot of his face when you just have it kind of sitting on there. But I do like the design, and I do like the look of it overall. Maybe it is a wee bit too big. The problem with this figure in particular is got these wee splashes of what looks like orange highlighter or something, and you can see it here and here, and I mean, I guess I could maybe go in and touch that up, but I'm just going to say it's blood. Moon Knight's been in a fight, he's beat up some goons, and he's got blood splatter on his cape. There we go, I've justified the dirty marks. There are some other, well, there's a lot of dirty marks in the cape, but these things happen with older figures. I've got a lot of ToyBiz Lord of the Rings figures with this sort of material, and yeah, they're all marked up, it just happens. And yeah, I'm not too bothered personally. I think that could be a problem for other collectors, but I don't care, especially for a tenner. And as I said, I can just say it's blood. The other thing about the cape is it kind of curls round the figure, if I can get him standing here. Yes, very long, it goes around the body, and I think that looks really cool. I do really like the design, and yeah, it's great, but it does sort of get in the way. That might be obvious when we look at the articulation of the figure. Not too sure. I have tried to pose him a wee bit, and it's just a bit fiddly trying to get your fingers in, and the cape's just properly curled around his body like so. It can get in the way, but it does look cool. So, I don't know, does it balance out? I know the newer Marvel Legends Moon Knights, the cape definitely isn't as big as this, but it does have a certain look to it, and I do like it overall. The head sculpt looks really nice. You've got these white eyes, and you get this silver all over the body. There was another ToyBiz Moon Knight that was released at the same time that was white, and this is the silver variant, and I think I do prefer this silver look. It's a bit different, it's more dynamic. I do really like it, and you can see that all over the body, but you get it here in the head sculpt. Contrasts well with the white eyes and the hood. Yeah, I do just wish the cowl was maybe just a bit smaller so we could see more of that head sculpt. But yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal at all. The head sculpt hasn't got too much detail in it, just a nice sculpt to it, so you get that kind of angry look to it. So yeah, you know, no complaints overall, really. If anything, it's just with the hooded area. And then we get the body, and you get this nice moon on the chest there. Once again, nice sculpted detail to really show off that suit. And how shredded Moon Knight actually looks here. I do like the sculpt they've used. Once again, this nice silver paint all over the body. And then we get to the arms. And I do really like the silver bands going round the gauntlets. That's just something we don't really get with newer Marvel Legends figures. Something that Hasbro kind of skips on. It's just the wee bits of detail that really make the figure pop. And ToyBiz really went for it with every figure. Just wee bits of detail. Like these silver bands that just really add a lot to the figure. But at the same time, it's pretty minimal. So I do really like it. And I do think that's something that perhaps the newer Moon Knight Marvel Legends figures are lacking, and this figure actually has. The articulation and the hands here is pretty outdated. I can't tell if it's got individual finger articulation. Yeah, it does. I thought just all of them moved, but you can move every individual finger. So let's get them to flip the bird, because why else would you have individual finger articulation if you can't make them swear? Awesome! That is so cool. I did not realize I had individual finger. I thought they all moved at once. Yeah, love that. It is a bit outdated. It looks a bit stupid now, but it's fun. That's a nice wee feature there. The belt, we get a wee moon here. We get a couple pockets. Once again, silver bands going round, but the paint has faded from them pretty heavily. Another couple marks on that material there, but as I said, that's to be expected. Other arms pretty similar. Yeah, I couldn't really get all these fingers moving, but they are. That is cool. I'm really happy with that. Actually, a lot happier than I was, because I thought they just all moved in a oneer. The legs just got more of that silver, nice sculpting there. We can get some detail in here. I'm pretty sure it just says like ToyBiz 2006, made in China. Yeah, legs pretty basic. And then we get to the boots, which once again has these nice silver detailing on it that you just don't get anymore, and I think it's really cool looking back at these figures, the ToyBiz ones especially, because every single ToyBiz figure just has wee bits of detailing like this that really makes the figure pop. Get some toe articulation, and the boots look good. So overall, I think this is a great looking Moon Knight figure. So to compare our 2006 ToyBiz Moon Knight figure, here is the 2001 ToyBiz Spider-Man. And it's pretty cool to see. It looks like ToyBiz came quite a long way in such a short space of time. And here's our Moon Knight next to a couple of 2004 ToyBiz figures. We have the Sinister Six Spider-Man and this Vision, and I wanted to get Vision in here because he is also a caped ToyBiz figure. And yeah, Moon Knight is once again looking a lot more modern than these ToyBiz figures released only a couple years prior. I think Spider-Man definitely holds up to a certain extent. However, this Vision is looking very old and outdated in my opinion. And Moon Knight is looking pretty good, yeah. And then to compare this Moon Knight next to a newer Marvel Legends, I wanted to go for a Marvel Legends that was still portraying a comic look. And we have this Sasquatch Build-A-Figure Deadpool. And yeah, I mean, he's looking a lot older, but is he looking that much older? I think these guys do look all right next to one another, and I don't know, get them at a certain angle, this Moon Knight would fit in with some newer figures, but he is still looking like an old ToyBiz figure. So I'll try and run over all the articulation on Moon Knight here. You can get his head moving up and down, and you can move it left and right as well. but of course it is going to be really restricted by this hood here. The arms, you get this butterfly joint. As I was mentioning earlier, this is the problem with the cape. It's just going to be dead fiddly trying to pose this guy around with it on, and then if you did take it off and put it back on, you might ruin the pose you get him in. So it does look cool, but it does get in the way. Anyway, butterfly joint, upper bicep swivel. You can move the arm up and down as well, just a bit stiff in there. Double jointed elbow there. Can move him round at the forearm, and you can move that wrist backwards and forwards. I don't know if it's just this figure, but I'm really not getting much movement in the wrist there. And then as we covered earlier on, you do get individual finger articulation. Same articulation in this arm and same problem with the wrist, just really minimum movement, and I don't know if it is just this figure in particular. He does have a really nice ab crunch backwards and forwards there. You can move him around at the waist. He does have ball jointed hips, which is an instant sign of it being an older figure, and it does age the figure when you see ball jointed hips, but you know, what can you do? So you can move those ball joints around to really get some more articulation going. Just typical ball jointed hips. Double jointed knees, and you do move it round at the calf. You can move the foot backwards and forwards. Not much pivot, but you do get toe articulation. So my final thoughts on this Moon Knight figure. I think it is a great piece. I think this guy is awesome. Of course, looking at him, he is an older ToyBiz figure, and is he going to fit into some of your newer Marvel Legends collections? Perhaps not, maybe, I don't know, but it's kind of the same thing that I said with the 2004 ToyBiz Deadpool. That's part of his charm. This ToyBiz Moon Knight look he's got going on here is pretty unique and pretty individual to this piece. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below. And while you're down there guys, if you could do me a massive favour, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'll leave the link to my Instagram down in the description below, where I'll hopefully get some awesome pictures of Moon Knight up on there soon. So feel free to check that out. And feel free to hop on over to the channel page as well for plenty of other videos, loads of ToyBiz figures up on there. So please feel free to check that out. Until next time guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, I'll catch yous on the flip-flop later. Cheers.